This Saturday night, we were treated to an all-Canadian matchup on Hockey Night in Canada, the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Vancouver Canucks. The Leafs on a 2-game winning streak, trying to make it 3 wins in a row, while the Vancouver Canucks can't win for the life of them right now, and they're trying to turn their fortune around. I'm not even going to talk about the first 2 periods. You know why? Because nothing exciting really happened. All you need to know is the Maple Leafs carry a 3-2 lead into the third period. Third period starts off with Mitch Marner getting a goal off a nice pass from Tyler Bozak. A few minutes later, Nikita Soshnikov makes it 5-2. Then the Canucks got a pretty eventful goal, you could say, to make it 5-3 a little while later. Jake Gardiner makes it 6-3 off a nice pass by Austin Matthews. And the Leafs end up winning that game 6-3. But let's be honest, who really cares about the score? Let's talk about the eventful stuff that happened in the third period. So it's 5-2 at this point. The Vancouver Canucks decide to break the puck out of their own zone. Smart decision. The puck goes to Jannik Hansen. It's at his feet for a mere split second, and Morgan Rielly's like, he just crunched him with a huge open ice hit. And by this point, I'm pretty much yelling at my TV, Morgan Rielly, get back, Vancouver's in our zone, Daniel Sedin has the puck in front of the... I bet before this shift, Kadri and Rielly made a bet on the bench. Whoever could hit a guy the hardest in the next shift wins like $20 or something. So what happens is Morgan Rielly goes out there and destroys Jannik Hansen, and Kadri's over there on the boards going, I can one-up that. So Kadri comes in with a ton of speed from the side of Daniel Sedin. Right when Daniel Sedin shoots, it's actually a pretty good shot. Goes in past Frederik Andersen, so it's a good goal. And then Kadri just continues on with the play and just follows through with the hit. And Daniel Sedin is hurt. So then you have Jannik Hansen, who just got rocked by Morgan Rielly, just getting up, and he sees Kadri annihilate his superstar player in Daniel Sedin. Of course he's going to go straight after the guy. So Hansen tries to punch a few times. Kadri's there, shoving, kind of in a fight, I guess. But my biggest problem with that entire play, besides, yes, Kadri probably went over a line a little bit on that play, was the fact that Alex Burrows, and you'll hear his name a lot this video, swung his stick at Morgan Rielly from the bench after he rocked Jannik Hansen. Now, if a player on the bench jumps over the boards to join a fight, it's a 10-game suspension. You saw that with David Clarkson a few years ago when he was with the Leafs in the preseason against Buffalo. He went out to defend Phil Kessel. So if you get 10 games for going over the bench and pretty much defending a star player, you gotta get something for trying to injure somebody from the bench. It's pretty much the same thing. You're just on the bench instead of being on the ice. Now, I'm not saying it's a 10-game suspension, but the league has to look at that and say, we can't allow that. You can't swing a stick at a guy from the bench and just get off with a little slap on the wrist, maybe like a $5,000 fine. He could have really hurt Morgan Rielly there. About 5 minutes later, it's now 6-3 for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and there's a face-off in Vancouver's zone. The puck is dropped, and Derek Dorsett drops his gloves immediately and goes after Leo Komarov. Now, it wasn't a super intense fight. I mean, Dorsett threw a lot of punches, but not a lot of them connected. But after the fight, Dorsett was absolutely fuming. Meanwhile, good old Leo Komarov goes back to the penalty box, and he's smiling and laughing at Dorsett pretty much, making fun of him. And I mean, why wouldn't he be happy? His team's up 6-3. So the ref kicks Derek Dorsett out of the game and tries to escort him off the ice. Not as easy as you might think, because Dorsett decides to have a screaming match with Matt Martin, who is all the way over at the Maple Leafs bench. And it doesn't take a scientist to know that Matt Martin is not happy with Dorsett for fighting Komarov and not him. I don't know why I pointed to myself. I'm not Matt Martin. So Derek Dorsett is now out of the game. Maybe things will calm down. Nope. A few moments later, Alex Burrows is on the ice, and he is clearly still not very happy with a person named Morgan Rielly, pretends to trip beside Rielly, and just spears him right in the chest with his hockey stick. With his hockey stick. That's very unsafe. So Morgan Rielly is clearly in a huge amount of pain, and I mean, why wouldn't he be? Hockey sticks, they hurt. In the chest, they hurt. He's even in enough pain to shove his own trainer out of the way on the bench because he's just not a happy guy at this moment. And that becomes very evident because he returns to the game, and on one of his first shifts back, it might even be his first shift back, he is out on the ice for an offensive zone face-off, and Alex Burrows is also on the ice. Babcock. Why? It's a home game. You have the last change. Why do you think putting Rielly out against Burrows is a good idea? So Morgan Rielly and Burrows start chatting away before the face-off, and I mean, CBC has a zoomed-in picture on both of their faces, and there's like F-bombs going out left, right, and center, while all these kids at home are watching this live on Hockey Night in Canada. Don't say what you watch on TV, kids. So the face-off gets dropped, and Burrows is like, Rielly, I'm coming after you. Again, it wasn't really a heavyweight fight. There wasn't a lot of punches thrown. Riley actually tussled him down to the ice. Burroughs got a few late shots in on Morgan Riley, but that wasn't the worst thing Burroughs did that night. Now, if you look at what Burroughs did this game, he swung his stick from the bench to try to intentionally hurt Morgan Riley, and then accidentally on purpose tripped and speared Morgan Riley right in the chest, and then on a face-off goes straight after Morgan Riley. A couple slashes by both players, a little bit of a tussle, and then they fall to the ground. And then a late shot by Alexander Burroughs. When the refs are trying to separate them, you don't throw punches at that time. You know that. That is an NHL, not really rule, but it's like a code of conduct. It's a respect thing. Problem is, I don't think Alexander Burroughs knows what the word respect means. Now, I get it. Emotions were high in this game. Alexander Burroughs, by far, was not the only player in the game who made mistakes. But the things he did this game, I would expect that from my hockey. Testosterone-filled teenage boys who get pissed off at school all week, and the 1 or 2 games a week they have for hockey is the only time of the week they get to let all their anger out and just play hockey. In my games, I expect people to be swinging their stick from the bench of people. I've seen it before. And I expect people to be spearing each other in the chest. I've never seen it happen in one of my games, and hopefully I never will, because it's just stupid, and this isn't the first time in history that Alex Burroughs has done stupid stuff. But I'm not here to talk about the stupid stuff Alexander Burroughs has done in previous games. I'm here to talk about the stupid stuff he did in this game. And there was, I think, 3 of them. Riley, I mean, that isn't super stupid, but the spearing and the swinging of the stick from the bench, those are 2 things. Combine them, I would be very surprised if Alexander Burroughs did not get suspended. But then the big one. Matt Martin's on the ice a few shifts later, and that's a good sign. Goes after young defenseman Stetcher in the corner, and Ryan Miller doesn't like that a lot. Miller goes over and helps out a young defenseman against Matt Martin. Suter and Hutton both don't like it either. They're against Matt Martin, so it's pretty much 4-on-1 with Matt Martin being the one, and then everybody on the ice is in the corner all at the same point, and there's some scrapping going on. And then Freddie Anderson's over in his net, and he's going, oh, I need to get into this action. Skates on down the ice and really doesn't do a lot besides bear hug a few guys to try to get him off the Leaf players. And he has a nice conversation with Ryan Miller going, hey, buddy, you want to talk? Why are you mad? Let's all take a deep breath. Let's all calm down. Those Danes, they're always trying to calm everybody down. They don't like fighting. Let's be calm. No, this is hockey, and it's Toronto Maple Leafs versus Vancouver Canucks on Saturday night, Hockey Night in Canada. Now, I'm watching this game with my family and one of my best friends, and he looks at me in this fight and says, oh, look at your boy Austin Matthews. He's got someone grabbing his shirt, and he's not even trying to throw any punches. He's so weak. He's such a baby. One, Austin Matthews didn't look that happy, and he was pretty upset that somebody was grabbing his jersey. He took his stick, slashed right down his wrist, and he pretty much let go after that. That probably hurt quite a bit. Reason number 2, my friend is a Penguins fan. Do you want Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin fighting all the time? No. In Toronto, Austin Matthews is our Sidney Crosby. He's our franchise center. You pay him to have his hands on a hockey stick and create magic. You don't pay him to have his hands like this, beating up guys. So after all the dust settled, the game finally ended. 6-3 Maple Leafs. That's 3 wins in a row for everybody. Yay, playing the Cup parade. No. There was over 100 combined penalty minutes in total in that game. From what I hear, back in the 1960s, that was a norm. Today, that's rare and exciting. For the after effect of this game, we already know Nazem Kadri is not getting suspended. Anderson and Miller should get no disciplinary action whatsoever. They didn't do that much wrong. Derek Dorsett, I think he could get a game or 2, but Alexander Burroughs, I would be disappointed if he got anything less than 4 games. He has a reputation of being that type of player, and he could have really hurt Morgan Riley tonight. It could have been season-ending if that stick connected with, say, his head when Burroughs swung from the bench. Moral of the story? That was one exciting hockey game. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. Please like my page on Facebook. It's all about hockey. It's called The Hockey Gods, and the link to it is down below. And if you have any questions or comments, or you want to trash talk me for some of the things I said in this video, I guess, please email me at theshanaclan19@gmail.com. But before I go, I want to quickly say my prayers are with Craig Anderson and his wife. They are going through an extremely difficult time right now. Cancer is not a joke. I mean, for him to still be playing some games with the Senators, and he even got a shutout the other night. I cannot imagine what must be going on in his head when he's trying to focus on hockey, but the problems in his life are way bigger than hockey. Hockey is a game, it's a sport, but family and there's bigger things out there than just hockey. And please, everybody pray for him and his wife as they go through such an extremely difficult time right now. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.